Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's the Monday after spring break here, and so we've been camping for the last several days, so my house is a mess. But in this video, I'm going to walk you through just some general cleaning and a little bit of cooking that I did before spring break for, like, I think I did some Good Friday stuff. We didn't really do anything for Easter, but I did cook a crawfish fettuccine, which I think we actually ended up eating that on Saturday because Friday night we went to eat boiled crawfish at the buffet. So this video is from a couple of weeks back. I finally managed to edit it, and now I'm gonna just walk you through everything and then come back at the end. So here I am just starting a load of laundry. As you can see, I'm spraying on some stain remover because my 17-year-old got paint on that shirt during art at school. So, do you use stain remover? And if you do, what brand? I have always used Shout. It's just my favorite. I think I've tried the spray away or spray and wash or some other brand, but I just didn't feel like it worked as well. So here I am fixing my bed. I do not always fix my bed. I don't know why, because once I fix the bed, I feel accomplished. I just feel like once the bed looks nice, it gives me the motivation to continue on and do other tasks. But I have to be honest and say that most mornings I do not fix my bed. And if I don't, well, my husband does, but he doesn't do it as well. Ha ha ha. Now I'm gonna quickly fold some towels. Now, laundry happens to be two of my children's chores. I have 4 kids still at home. My 20-year-old, she actually works with my husband. He is a flooring installer, and so she works with him. My 17-year-old that's about to graduate, he did not work his senior year because due to the fact that we had to double up on his classes this year to graduate on time over something that happened to in the 9th grade, he's not working this year. So folding clothes is his chore. Folding towels is my 11-year-old daughter's chore. And she wasn't here on this day, so I went ahead and did the towels for her. Now my husband comes in being silly, told him what he said was on camera, and he just kind of chuckled. Thankfully, I'm able to edit it out because it is not kid friendly. Men, sometimes they're silly. Now here I'm about to do a trick that I saw on someone else's, I don't know if it was a TikTok or what, but you put all of your shirts onto your arm, neck first. So you put your arm through the neck with the bottom of the shirt facing towards your hand. And once you get all of them onto your arm like that, you just pull them off one by one onto your hanger. It takes a little while to actually get it to go smoothly because, well, my shirts are extra big, so they get hung up on the hanger. But I still think that this way is a little bit faster than picking up each shirt individually and putting it on a hanger. Gosh, I have a lot of shirts apparently because I'm still putting the shirts on my arm. Okay, here I go. So then you just pull each one back down. It goes on the hanger the way that it needs to be. And then you just hang them all up at once. It's kind of neat hack. I remember when I saw it, I wanted to try it. I did it a few times, but I didn't stick with it like I just normally do my way, which is, pick up a shirt, put a hanger on it, or put it on the hanger and then hang it in the closet, grab another one, the way everybody does it. But I do like this way, and I thought of it this day, so I figured I would do it in case some of you haven't seen it before.
Like two magnets, we are drawn to each other. You just know how to push all my buttons. Moved out of town and I erased your number, but still I find myself calling in the middle of the night, and there is nothing I can do. I am madly drawn to you. I know you feel the same. You got my heartstrings tangled, tangled up. You got my heartstrings vibrating for you now. There's something more, but you don't want to admit it. Whoa, we're perfectly opposite. Perfectly opposite. I try to fight you off, but it's so useless. You circle around me like the moon around the earth, always ending with a kiss. I'm clueless. We pretend that we don't really care at all, and there is nothing I can do. I am madly drawn to you. I know you feel the same.
Okay, here I am unloading the dishwasher so that I can reload the dishwasher. It's a never-ending cycle. I have my son coming and putting up things for me. That way I don't have to keep running around. The joys of being the mother, right? I don't know what we were even talking about, but I know I sent him to check the mail, and he came back in with his senior pictures. So we did take a minute to stand there and look at those. And, he's my first boy to graduate. So it's new because for my two girls, they wore like dresses under their gown, hair and makeup, girl stuff. But for him, it's different, and he doesn't even care. He doesn't want to even walk to get his diploma, which makes me sad. But, he's very shy, but we'll get through it. Here I am putting me on a YouTube video to watch while I load the dishwasher. I don't know if he came in with those senior pictures yet. Oh, here we go. I was going to say, I thought I saw him bring me that envelope, but then I never looked at him. But now we look at him. So we look at him, talk about it. I don't really remember what he was saying. We were talking about the editing because you could see a glare in one of the lenses of his glasses, which I thought the photographer was going to, edit that out. And maybe she did. I don't know. I was hoping that there would be no glare. Like, surely a professional photographer knows how to photograph someone who wears glasses without having glare. But it's just on one eye, and it's actually on the eyelid, so it's okay. I only ordered one pose in his tux. I didn't do any of the cap and gown, because I'll just take those myself when he actually is graduating. I just wanted a few to, professional ones. So here I am still loading the dishwasher. It's a never ending here. We're a family of 6 right now. Like I said, I have 4 at home. My 20-year-old had moved out, but she came back, and then I also have a 17-year-old boy, 11-year-old girl, and 9-year-old boy. My oldest daughter is 27, married, and she has 2 kids of her own. So we're left with just 6 here, and that can be a lot of dishes, especially the glasses. As you can see, they come and take one glass after another. Like, I don't know how anyone gets their children to use one glass all day long, because I never have been able to do that in the 27 years I've been a mother. They just don't do it. And I know people were going to say, well, then they should do the dishes. And they do sometimes, but on this day, I wanted to record. And so I did it myself. Also, I just have a thing about clean dishes, and I've always been this way, even with my older children. I don't feel like they're clean enough if I don't do them. So I normally will load the dishwasher, or the 20-year-old. Sometimes I have her do it. And then sometimes I will have the younger kids unload the dishwasher once I know the dishes are clean.
Like you care for me. You're such a bright star in the dark space. Babe, it never worked out with the others. All we ever did was fight, and at one point I would never thought that I would meet someone like you. This time it's all different. You got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like, my. You got me like, my. You got me like, there's no other than you now, babe. Nah, 'cause you got me like, my. Like, oh my God, don't let anyone hold you down just because you are shining way more than the other could. And the best part is that you're still so humble about it, 'cause you know it's important. This time it's all different. You got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like, my. You got me like, my. You got me like, there's no other than you now, babe. Nah, 'cause you got me like, my. Like, oh my God, this time it's all different. You got every little string on me. The way you make me feel is crazy. How did you get so fly? You got me like, my. You got me like, my. You got me like, there's no other than you now, baby. Nah, 'cause you got me like, my. Like, oh my God, my. You got me like, my. You got me like, there's no other than you now, baby. Nah, 'cause you got me like, my. Like, oh my God.
I think we're finishing up cleaning the kitchen here, wiping down the granite countertop. I have the granite cleaner and the granite sealer, but I hardly ever use those. I just don't even think about it. Normally, after I'm through, washing the dishes and everything, I just use my rag and my soapy dish rag and wipe everything down. So here I go making a cake. And I see that I still have on my name tag. I am a real estate agent by trade. Like, that is my career. And I had a showing on this day, and I guess I never took the name badge off. Also, if you see, I am wearing a heart monitor. My doctor referred me out to a cardiologist that had me wear this cardiac event monitor for 14 days. It was very irritating to the skin, by the way. But we're just doing that just to see. I have had heart palpitations for about 14 years, but they're pretty well under control with medication. But they started again back in December when I had COVID for the second time. And initially or immediately, the heart doctor said it was COVID related, but decided to go ahead and wear the monitor for the 14 days just to see if it would pick up any episodes. It came with a little phone that I had to stay within 10 feet of. And if I felt, you can see me scratching, like it really irritated my skin. But yeah, if I felt anything, any kind of palpitations, chest pains, lightheaded, like any symptom, like they had a list of symptoms. And if I felt any of it, I could press the button on my chest. It would alert that phone, and then the list of symptoms would pop up, and I could select what I was feeling. Now, they didn't contact me every time I did that. It just let them know that right then and there, I was feeling something, and they were able to check and see what my heart was doing at that time. And I go back on the 28th for a follow-up and get the results of that. And also they did a dry CAT scan of my heart as well. So I'll find those results out on the 28th. So here I am cutting up some onions and bell peppers to make crawfish fettuccine. We live in the South here in Louisiana. Crawfish is thebomb.com. And I had some in the freezer from the last time we had a crawfish boil. So I peeled them and, threw them into this recipe. It is a recipe I got off Pinterest. It was okay. If y'all are interested in it, I could link it below. But for now, I'm not, because, nobody's watching these videos yet. But anyway, that was just a glimpse of my 9-year-old. He came and peeked into the pot. I know in a little bit he comes back and he stirs for me. He does like to come into the kitchen and cook, but not very often. So I am still cutting. I don't know why I'm going so slow. I guess I was just in that mood. Sometimes I'm like, hurry up, get it done, throw it in the pot. And other times I just feel like taking my time. I am not one of those people that likes to cook, so it's not like this is therapeutic for me. It's just because we have to eat. This particular meal, none of my kids really cared for it. Well, let me take that back. The younger kids do not care for it. So we had quite a bit left over. But my 20-year-old who was gone for the weekend, she did finish up what was left over the course of a few days once she came back home.
It's 3 a.m. You got me waiting for your love. I'm at the corner of the club. It's pouring down, but I won't budge. I'll call your bluff. You think you're tough, yeah, so go ahead, come and put me off. Bring all your friends so they can watch. You're drunk dialing up my phone, so here I am at 3 a.m. You got me looking crazy, baby. These wicked little games you play, yeah. So step up to the plate, don't wait. bumps. Just chillin', keep it cool for us, yeah. Hey, that's a cue for entry. I know those eyes, let's act surprised, yeah. You got me looking crazy, baby. These wicked little games you play, yeah. So step up to the plate, don't wait. It's 3 a.m., so here I am. Oh, you're crazy, crazy. You're bullseye out of your mind. You're crazy, crazy. In every way I can find. You're crazy, crazy. The more I think of it, I might be crazy too. Crazy for wanting you, no. It's 9 a.m. Last night we fought down at the club, but yet you're here in my arms. They're calling us crazy. I know that it's crazy, not logical, against all odds. I call it love. I call it love. You got me looking crazy, baby. These wicked little games you play. So step up to the plate, don't wait. It's 3 a.m., so here I am. You're crazy, crazy. You're bullseye out of your mind. You're crazy, crazy. In every way I can find. You're crazy, crazy. The more I think of it, I might be crazy too. Crazy for wanting you, no.
Checking over the recipe, breaking out more ingredients. This is, like I said, it's crawfish fettuccine. Typically, where did I go, by the way? I disappeared. Oh, there I am. Had to get some garlic. Okay. So typically when there's the 9-year-old peeking his nose in the pot. Typically when we have leftover boiled crawfish, I will make an etouffee that you eat over rice, or you can eat over baked potato. You could eat it just like plain if you want to. It's delicious. But I was hungry for a fettuccine. I wanted a pasta dish. And so this recipe was good. It called for the queso blanco Velveeta cheese. It was okay. I'll leave it at that. So here I am peeling the crawfish. I ended up not having very much crawfish, so that may be why it wasn't so great. But when we have crawfish, there is never much left because we just eat that stuff up. It's good. So I didn't have a whole lot. It didn't add, much protein to the dish. Didn't really even add much flavor, if you ask me. The flavor wasn't bad. It just wasn't there. It wasn't there. So I'll probably make it again. But when I do, I'll be sure to have a couple of pounds of crawfish tails and not just a handful. But we ate it. None of it went to waste. So that's what really matters. Have any of you guys eaten crawfish? Surely there are going to be people from the South, from Louisiana, who watch these videos at some point. And I'm just curious your take on crawfish. Some people call them mud bugs. They are delicious. Straight from the heavens, if you ask me. We actually just had a huge crawfish boil this past Saturday, which would have been the 23rd of April. While we were camping, we boiled 7 sacks of crawfish. And roughly a sack of crawfish can hold anywhere probably between 35 to 45 pounds of crawfish, depending on the size of the crawfish. But we had 7 sacks. We also boiled some red potatoes, onions. There's that white, that queso blanco Velveeta cheese. potatoes. We did not do corn. We normally do corn, but we figured with as much crawfish as we had, there was no need to have so many extras because, sometimes we throw in hot dogs, mushrooms, whatever you like, really. You just throw it in there. But we just did the basic potato, onion, crawfish on our crawfish boil at the camp this past Saturday, the 23rd. And quite frankly, there wasn't any of that left either. There was a little bit left, but like I had 2 kids that weren't there, so I sent some home with them or for them. And then one of my cousin's husband that was there, his mom and dad came out and ate some. We had quite a few people there because we had my family, my parents, my sister's 4 children, my brother and his wife and one of their children, my cousin and her husband, one of their children with his child, my aunt and my uncle, my other uncle, my father-in-law and mother-in-law. I lost count, but you get the idea. There were a bunch of us there, and really, after, we sent home some for the ones who couldn't come, there was nothing left. And that's good too. There's nothing wrong with having some left because then you can peel it, stick it in the freezer, and use it in recipes later. But I don't know about anybody else, but me personally, once I am through, when I'm done eating, I'm done peeling. Like, I don't want to peel another crawfish. My fingers usually hurt by that point, and I just don't want to mess with them anymore. So I was glad that there wasn't, sampling the cheese, I was glad there wasn't any left to have to tend to in the freezer.
Time flies, close your eyes. Imagine you could see everybody else's dream. What a comfort it would be. All along, standing strong, the way it ought to be. But you can never walk alone on your way to being free. We're only human after all. Nothing could make us fall apart. I'm ready to answer for what I've done wrong in my life. It's nothing, I promise. It's not enough to make
Here we have the fettuccine sauce, I think just about ready. Just starting the pot of water for the pasta. I had cooked 2 pounds of pasta because I really thought it was going to just, fly right out the pot because it would be so good. That did not happen. I had a lot of pasta, plain pasta left that I ended up not even using, unfortunately. But, it happens. You learn. But, so here I am putting on the pasta. Now, I have a pot that has a basket in it to drain the pasta when it's done. But for whatever reason, I didn't use it on this day. So, I just didn't use it this day. So I'm going to start putting, my dirty dishes away, putting up the ingredients that I'm not using, that I'm done with, and start trying to clean up a little bit. I normally tend to clean while I cook because, well, everybody should. Why come back to a filthy kitchen later when you can clean as you go, and then when you're done eating, there's not much left to do in the kitchen? But I'll admit that I don't always do it because, well, sometimes just don't feel like it. And especially if the kitchen is a mess when I start. Like, I really do not like cooking in a kitchen that is not clean. However, sometimes I don't feel like cleaning it before I start cooking. So I'll start the meal, and then I'll start the cleaning. But if it's clean before you start, that's when it's the best. But either way, doesn't matter. Okay, checking the cake, see if it's done. Now, this cake, I first had it about, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. The cake is delicious, okay? You can use whatever kind of cake mix flavor you want. You could make a from scratch cake if you want. I'm not that person. So this was just a basic white cake mix made according to the package directions. Then I poked holes. You can call it a poke cake if you want it. We have a different name for it, but I'm just not going to say what it is on here. But you poke holes in the cake while it's hot. Then you pour a can of the sweetened condensed milk. Whoop, I already hopped ahead to the pictures of the end. But you put your sweetened condensed milk, then coconut cream. Make sure it's coconut cream because it's sweet. If you use coconut milk, it's not sweet. And then Cool Whip on top for the icing. And you do all that while it's hot so it can melt into the cake. And then you can always come back and put more Cool Whip on top once the cake is cooled if you want to. So here I am getting the pasta all stirred up. I'm about to add some I've already added some to the sauce, stirring it together. That's how much was left, I believe, what you saw in that other pot. I may have put a little bit more in here once I got it all incorporated. It was very thick. I probably could have thinned it out a little bit and use a better spoon to stir it up, but I just do what I do, and it came out whatever. It was edible. In Louisiana, we eat. So along with this, we had just regular garlic bread that I cut up, but a salad would have gone well with this too. Okay, guys, so that was it. Just a little bit of this and that on that video. Let me know what you think of it. I do plan to do more videos where I'm actually talking during the video. It's just when my kids are home and my husband, it's hard for me to do any of that. I'm sure you understand. I figure, just getting started, it's easier for me to just film, just record what I'm doing, and then go back and add voiceover and, whatever. Um, Over time, I'm hoping to really grow the channel, and my videos hopefully will be, better. It's just, this is only my second video, and I'm still getting the hang of talking to myself because I feel a little bit ridiculous. But anyway, this is the end of this video. I am about to leave to pick up my son, my 9-year-old. He has a counselor appointment, so we're going to go do that. And I look forward to talking to you guys in the comments. Have a good day.